album. Do you
Yes.
feel this album can be a classic of your discography?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it feels really, really good. Feels like we found a really honest expression. Uh, it's a real rock record and a record we always wanted to make. And it's been a long journey, but we got here eventually. And this is probably everybody in the band is the favorite album because it's really true. It's really what we wanted to do, you know.
Oh, that's perfect. And well, having Joe Bonamassa on the record, that must be great because I really admire the guy. So, how did you make the contact? Whose idea was to get him for the album?
Well, we met Joe Bonamassa a year ago. He came to play on our show. He came to play on Doghouse, one of our songs.
Yeah.
He was guest appearing live with us, and he was a really down-to-earth and nice guy. And we asked our producer, Kevin Shirley, to give him a call. And Joe Bonamassa said, yes, I'd love to do it. But he didn't have time to come to the studio, so he did it afterwards in New York. He put the slide guitar on Bag of Bones in New York.
Oh, great. Well, you mentioned Kevin Shirley, and he was there for the production, a well-known name in the industry. What was the best of working with him?
Well, it's been really nice working with him. He made us feel like a family because everybody was involved, all the band members, and he also recorded the album really well. It sounds really warm and punchy, and we did it quite fast, so it's really spontaneous and honest record. And he did some great mixing as well, I think.
Oh, cool. Well, you say this album sounded more organic, and I totally agree with you. So, you don't like modern productions at all?
Well, we tried. We've had a long journey with Europe. You know, we did a bit of a modern twist on Secret Society. We worked really hard on that record to learn about recording and mixing. And Last Look at Eden was a bit more towards the classic sound, I think, but still very modern and punchy. We felt like it was really time to make something warm and 70s sounding and really pure, honest rock and roll, you know. And it was, we didn't want to fix too much, too many overdubs. We wanted to make it breathe and a bit more bluesy and rocky, you know.
Yeah, I know. I also think that this time you wanted to do a great cover artwork, like something not simple but worth it, like all vinyls, you know. So, do you think that bands these days lose those details, like taking care of everything, even the design?
Yeah, I think it's important. I think that some of the new bands are doing that, and the younger bands, and I think it's important to get back to giving some more depth to the artist and giving some more depth to the music by having spend more time and effort on the covers. And we are very, very happy with our cover. We think it's the best so far.
Oh, great. Man, I read a description of the new album that says, "This sounds like Deep Purple meets Diamond Head meets Led Zeppelin." So, what do you think of that?
Yeah, I think it automatically, without us knowing it, we really tapped into our earliest, biggest influences, which is Led Zeppelin and Deep Purple. I mean, it just happened naturally. We really, really like the way bands recorded in the 70s. The sound of the 70s were better than the sound of the 80s because the studios was a warmer sound. It was not too overproduced, not too many digital delays, not too many keyboards. It was more organic. And we wanted to make something like that, but make it modern sounding.
Great. Well, not supposed to sing the blues. That song has a great catchy groove and is a great song. And the video is simple but great. So, where was recorded? The video, I mean, the house and everything.
Where it was recorded?
Yeah.
It was recorded in a studio in Stockholm that we really like. I did some solo stuff there on Place to Call Home a long time ago, and it's a really great studio. It only has old gear. It only has compressors and mixing desks and preamps from 16th and 70s. It's a fabulous old studio with a big room, and it sounds brilliant. And we brought Kevin over there to show him, and he really liked the sound. Also, the Swedish band Opus had been in there just before we went in, and after we left, the Hives went into play. So a lot of big bands from Sweden like this studio, especially rock bands that like to record live.